Hey y'all. Wow. So that's what we do. That's what we doing.
Smell my hands.
Smells like hair.
It smells like a doctor's office.
That's the soap. You don't like soap. Well, you need to research a good soap because.
No, it's not breaking me out.
But we still need to research a good soap because I don't really like it. Okay, so now.
Hi.
Hey y'all.
I'm leaving all of that in here though.
Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Putting Our Business in the Streets. My name is Demia.
Why are you so loud?
Oh, I thought you were saying because of what I was just doing.
No, you're loud.
Hey y'all.
Like it is 9:30. Let's wind it down.
Another episode of Putting Our Business in the Streets. My name is Demia. I'm the mother.
I'm Imani, the daughter.
And happy, lovely Friday.
It's June 9th.
June 9th, Friday. And how happy am I today? A 12. Why? Because just about on vacation. I have to go in for meetings Monday morning. And then that's it. For a week. And I work 2 weeks. And then I'm off for 2 weeks. I'm happy. I'm a happy camper right now. So I'm putting myself at a 12. How you doing?
I'm a 9.
A 9? Why are you a 9?
That's good.
Okay, that's great. That's one up from last week.
Yeah.
Why are you a 9?
It like that? I'm just in a good mood.
Mm-hmm. So why not a 10?
Because nothing is perfect. 10 is perfect. Nothing's perfect.
Okay.
But right now in this moment, I'm in a good mood, so I'm a 9.
We just came back from dinner with family.
Okay.
With our cousins. You had a
That's
good day. You above ground. You can't be a 10? It's like, let me stop. Live your life. Be great.
No. I'm in a good mood, but nothing's perfect, so I'm a 9.
Yeah. So we had a good day today. Well, I had a good day today.
Oh, and I am not on vacation. I get no vacation. I go back to work at 7:15 on Monday.
And today was a good day. And then randomly I texted my cousin and was like, hey, what you doing today? And she was like, nothing. Where we going? I was like, great. So I said, today's my last day, so I need to celebrate. And then how did you get the invite?
You texted
to join
me.
us. It was like, what you doing?
No, you was like, I'm asking Stacey if she wants to get drinks. Do you and Jayla want to join?
Oh, okay.
And I was like, yeah, but is Brian going to go too? Because...
So it was impromptu. It was spontaneous. So 4 of us went out. We went to a Mexican restaurant, ate some food, had some drinks, and the conversation just be random. So, but good. So it was a good night. My mama was up the street drinking.
Never mind.
At another restaurant. So it was a good night to be had. So...
Oh, I thought you was in my phone. I was about to say, excuse me. I know you still pay the bill, but since when did we do that?
I'm looking at what's over there on the floor.
For what?
In front of the suffragette.
Hair?
No, I need to sweep them off the floor. So, today's topic comes about because something happened at work the other day, and I was like, ooh, child, that is a pet peeve. So, today we're going to be talking about pet peeves. So, I work with children, and
both do.
This little girl came in the other day with, I don't know what the name of these shoes are called, but there were no socks on with the shoes, and the shoes have holes in them. And all day, and you know at my job we have a sandbox.
They're not Crocs.
Just mulch.
You're not talking about Crocs.
Yeah, they're not Crocs. Right. I don't remember what they're called.
But they're very popular. If you have kids,
you probably have a pair.
If you work with kids, you probably know what we're talking about. What are they called?
They started off, I first started seeing them when they were wearing them as water shoes. But they're not a water shoe. But I don't remember what they're called. But anyway, so a lot of the kids are coming with these shoes on. The first thing they do after playing outside is take these freaking shoes off because the sand is in them, the dirt is in them, the mulch is in them, an ant is in them, everything's in them because they're holey shoes with holes. But this little girl when I took her shoes off, or when she took her shoe off, and they bring them to you to help wipe the dust off, her feet were black as this table. And I was like, so, of course, a couple of us are standing there and we're like, oh my God, the bottom of her feet is so black. And I was like, y'all think she go home and put her feet in her bed?
I know exactly what you're talking about too.
Because one thing I cannot stand, I don't like getting in my bed dirty, but if I do get in the bed without taking a shower, I am not getting in my bed with dirty feet.
And we're changing the sheets the next day.
Right. If I get in the bed without taking a shower, I'm changing the sheets.
I don't even really get in the bed. I sleep on top and still change.
Kind of what I'm doing tomorrow.
It depends.
Because I know tomorrow is change my sheets day. But let's say if I wore sandals today, but I'm not going to take a shower, like just now, but I'm not going to take a shower, I will wash my feet first. Because sandals are dirty.
Yeah, they are. And
even if you're not in sand and dirt and everything.
Or even if your foot isn't black, you got dirt.
It's still dirty because your foot have been exposed all day, and I'm not getting in my bed. It could be the same thing as if your body is out and about, but I think your feet are close to the ground, so your feet accumulate more dirt than the rest of your body. Yeah. So I'm not getting in my bed with dirty feet. That is a pet peeve. Disgusting.
Oh, that's why you were saying that. It's a pet peeve. Okay.
Yes. To get in the bed with dirty feet.
Can I say my number one pet peeve?
Yes, you can say it. That's not my number one pet peeve, but I'm just saying that was a pet peeve.
You know what my number one is? Mm-hmm. What?
Stupid people.
No.
Oh.
Because I could be a little slow myself. My number one pet peeve is being ignored.
Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh. Please don't ignore me. It's just going to take me to another level of irritability that I should not be at. That shouldn't even exist. That shouldn't even exist. Like, it's just like, because it's rude. Like, when I say ignored, I don't mean like, oh, you heard me talking, but you just chose not to respond. Even if you do respond, but your response is still in a smart way to ignore what I just asked you. Like, you know how people be like, say you ask somebody a question and they'll answer it, but it didn't actually answer the question. And they'll be like, well, I answered it, but it didn't answer the question. Like, that did not.
You was just talking.
You just wanted to have something to say. Mm-hmm. That is a pet peeve. Because not only are you being... Because, I'd rather you ignore me than to be smart with me. Mm-hmm. Like, completely ignore me. I'd rather you act like you didn't hear me than to be smart with me. Especially when I'm genuinely asking you a question.
And apparently I do it a lot. Because you're always like... But that you either come at me like, that's not what I asked you. Or
no,
you didn't answer me.
She'll say something and I didn't hear her. So I'd be like, what did you say? She'll say a whole completely different sentence.
But then my thing
but you
is,
know
how you know it's a whole completely different thing if you don't know what I said?
Because I know the cadence. That was not the cadence you just said. Or like you heard some parts, but you didn't really hear it correctly. So you're like, what did you just say? And she says a completely different thing. But then it doesn't even answer. Or I'm just like, Mom, I just want to know, what did you just say? Like, don't switch it up. Just tell me what you just said. Like, just repeat it, please. And she'll say a whole different thing, and it bugs me. But in general, I hate being ignored. Don't do that.
But she hates being ignored.
Oh my God, it's making me itch.
To the point
like, it's literally making me itch.
If she sneezes and you don't say God bless you, she's getting annoyed.
Only if we're talking. No, seriously. Sometimes I do it just to be like, But really, if we're talking and
if you were to sneeze right now
and I said achoo and you continue to talk, I'm going to be irritated that you didn't say. But it's different. Whereas if like you're on one end of the room, I'm on the other end of the room, and I sneeze, and maybe you didn't hear me, or like you heard me, but like it didn't really register. Whereas if we're face to face having a conversation, I'm like achoo. And then you don't say bless you, like, all right, because you clearly heard me sneeze, and I know you heard me sneeze. Like, just say.
So I have gotten to the point, because now she's become an allergy sufferer. So now I'm to the point, she got about 5 sneezes. I'm like, that's your God bless you for the day.
I'll give you that though, because that's annoying.
For the day.
That's annoying.
But don't say God bless you, and she sneezed. Oh, she got an attitude.
No,
so that's her whole.
Not say God bless you.
So that's her whole.
Wait,
that's pet peeve.
Negative. Don't not.
Yeah, anyway.
Do not know.
My number one pet peeve, I would have to say, is not doing something that you said you were going to do.
Reliability.
And you know, that's my 2 words.
That's a pet peeve.
My main, I don't know what you want to say it, mantra, I guess, or the number one thing I look for in people is to be dependable and reliable. That's all I ask. And that's in any relationship. Romantic relationship, friendship, partnership, workship, professional, anything. Dependable and reliable. I cannot stand it. Don't tell me you're going to do something and you don't do it. It works my soul. And it could be as simple as bring me a case of water. And you tell me you on your way and it don't ever happen. Or you just say, I'm going to do this for you and just never do it. It's my number one pet peeve. And it only makes me, because I know I'm not that way. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to try to move every mountain to make it happen. But it could be little things. I'm not asking you to,
go to Mars
and bring me and come back. I'm just asking you to bring me something from the store. Number one pet peeve. Or just call me tomorrow at 5. Or you be like, I'm gonna call you tomorrow at 5. Okay. Where to call? That works my soul. Works my soul.
Mine is only really like a pet peeve when you voluntarily say you were going to do something. Like, I didn't ask you to do it. Like, you told me you were going to do this and then you don't do it. That's when it becomes a pet peeve for me, because it's like, I didn't even ask you. Now I'm expecting it and you still couldn't deliver. And you came up with that idea yourself. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. But still, it's just like, don't voluntarily say that.
Right.
Knowing that you may not execute.
Right.
That's just how I feel.
So let's say, I think, another pet peeve of mine. Or no, your turn.
I have a lot of pet peeves, but of course when you gotta think about it on the spot, you can't really think about it. What's the pet peeve, man?
What is the thing?
You don't even know. What's another one of my pet peeves?
Another one of my pet peeves while you think about yours. I don't know.
It's my turn.
Another one of your pet peeves is hair in the sink.
Not even in the sink. Hair in places where it does not belong. That means the kitchen, even the bathroom. Like, if there's hair.
Imani has never liked hair. Like, we can even go back to
it's not even a pet peeve.
Doll
it's like
babies.
A phobia at this point. Like, it skews me out. Ooh, I don't like that.
She's never been a hair person. Like, doll babies. Ain't that she never liked doll babies because of their hair. Like, if you had a doll baby and like you do the hair like this, it would.
No, it's really wet. Like, it's
I would
wet
say
hair.
wet hair freaks you out. It's a
like,
pet peeve.
We're both natural girls. Guess one thing I'm not doing is cleaning out that drain when it gets clogged.
But you don't like wet hair like in the sink. You told me one time there was a piece of hair on the knob to turn the water on.
It has been too, and I will not get it.
And she don't like it.
Or I will get it because I can't stand to look at it, but it skews me out.
Oh my gosh.
God, I don't like that. It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
She has a lot of pet peeves. She don't like when you don't put things back in the spot in which they belong.
No, I think this is a mom thing. I feel like all moms, especially that door, your door will be closed when she comes in, but when she leaves, she's going to sling it right back open. It's like, that's not how the door was when you left. But that's just a pet peeve I have with you. She does not put things back where she found it or how she found it. Like, in my room, in the kitchen, even her room, the bathroom. She does not put things back how she found it.
Okay, first of all, in my
especially
room,
with doors,
it's none of your business.
But that just shows how much you don't care. You don't even do it in your own room.
That I'm not putting things back where they belong?
Yes.
Like what?
I don't know, girl, but you probably do it. I just know you probably do it. Especially
everything in my room has its place.
The main thing that she does, no, she does it. Like, she'll come in my room because we have 2 closets in my room, so we use another one for like extra storage. That door is always closed, always, because it's like a closet. Who wants a closet door open? When she comes in and she gets something out, she leaves it open.
That's a lie.
The devil is a lie. Because yes, you do.
No, I don't. Because now that you have that thing hanging on the door, I always make sure I specifically put it in there.
Now you do, because you asked me, oh, do you be putting this up here? And I said, right.
That's what's upstairs. Like she was sound like she was knocking for a second.
No, for real. You said, do you be putting this back there? I said yes, because without it, the door does not close all the way. And when closets are open at night, it's scary. Like, I don't care how old you are. It's scary.
So that's because I'm not pushing it shut. I've never pushed it shut.
You've never pushed it shut.
Anyway, she be mad. Like the pantry. If I take that honey right now and put it back over there, she mad because I didn't put it over here. She hates it.
Because, first of all, she'll ask me, oh, you like to organize things, so go organize the baker's rack. I go organize the baker's rack. That she wants to take something off the baker's rack and don't have the nerve to put it back where she filmed it, on the baker's rack. Then it becomes a mess because she didn't put things back where in its place. And it's like, well, if you would have put it back where you found it, it would still continue to be organized. That's really what it is. It helps the organization. If you put things back where you find it, you want to constantly reorganize stuff because it'll always be in its place. Even if it's organized chaos. Like, my vanity is very small and I have a lot of stuff. So it looks like there's just a lot of stuff going on. But each and every day, everything goes right back in its place. So although it seems like it's a lot of stuff, everything has a place. So it's organized, but just so much. So it's like a chaos, which is why we say organized chaos. But it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I just feel like that's just something. Like in school, like, if you go and take a pencil off the teacher's desk, that teacher is expecting you to go put it back in that pencil holder on their desk. That's just like what you learn in school. Like,
moving on.
I just don't get it.
Moving.
Even in the fridge, like, the fridge doesn't not necessarily have to be organized, but like, you put the butter where it's supposed to go. We have a certain drawer where we put the cheese in. Like, not saying you do this, but like sometimes.
What I'm saying, I don't touch that fridge like that.
The fridge gets a little messy, and I just feel like she don't be putting things back where it was. But that's just me being picky, I feel like. So.
The pet peeve. How we go from the hair? Oh, now I said
the
not putting
hair.
Things back.
Just wet hair being in places where it does not belong skews me out. Like, how did you get here?
What's the definition of a pet peeve? Because now that I say, I don't think I have that
pet
many.
Peeve is something to me that gets on your nerves.
What's another pet peeve of mine?
like you can't stand it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's examples. Clipping your nails in public, leaving the toilet seat up, littering, loud chewing or drinking, not taking responsibility. Okay, that's weird. No, it says clapping when a plane lands. That's very specific.
Oh, we want to talk about airplanes.
Pen clicking.
You know what I hate on airplanes? When the airplane lands.
That's a pet peeve of mine too.
Why is everybody standing up?
Oh yeah, that's annoying.
Why is everybody standing up? We can't get off the plane yet. They didn't even open up the doors. If everybody would just sit down, wait for your row to be called. That's another pet peeve too. Like in traffic, when people are merging on every other car. If it was every other car, traffic wouldn't be so backed up. But everybody want to be rude. Don't nobody want to let people in. Every other car, traffic will go by smoothly. So it's the same kind of thing.
I feel like
asked for the definition of pet peeve.
It didn't give me definition, it just gave me
the example. Oh.
But I feel like when it comes to planes, there needs to be a better way to how they board. Like, I feel like they should board in according to seat number, not priority.
It's the section of the plane.
No, it's not.
So it's supposed to be the... Okay,
you could be in the back of the plane and be in group 5. Like, I feel like they should go from front to back.
I thought they board back to front.
First class goes first.
And then I thought then they start the back and work their way in the front. It's been a minute since I've on the plane. I don't remember.
Because there's been times where I've gone on a plane and I could have been the last group, but I wasn't in the back or the front. I could have been right in the middle. Or I was one of the earlier groups, but still was closer to the back. They do it based on your priority. Like, first group is normally first class, veterans, pregnant people, people with children, and then basically everybody else after that. Or like if you are a member of that airline.
All right, that's one thing. Another pet peeve I have is when people don't hold the door open for you when you literally walking in the door behind them. Rude and disrespectful. That's a pet peeve.
What is it?
When you walking in the door behind somebody, they don't hold the door.
Yeah, man, woman, he, she, they.
Right.
It's just common courtesy.
It's common courtesy to hold open the freaking door.
But honestly, even the men. I feel like some men be a little rude with the doors. Because we were having a conversation because we were getting on the train the other day and...
No, I was getting on the train.
No, it was both of us.
Getting on the train. No, the first day it happened. I was getting on the train and these two guys were there. And they jumped in front of me to get on it. And the conductor said, chivalry just is dead, isn't it?
Right.
And I said, yeah, you're right. And when I came home and asked you about it, or told you about it.
On the train the next day, and that girl and that boy got on before us. Because I also feel like it's a thing, like, say it's all women. I feel like you should get on in accordance to when you got there.
Right.
If I'm the last person to get there, I'm letting everybody get on before me.
Correct.
Even if man, woman, it don't matter. But then I also feel like as a man who likes to practice chivalry, why are you letting me get on the train after you?
Right.
Why are you not holding the door for me? Why are you opening the door for yourself and passing me the door? I feel like if we're coming up together, you should be opening the door for me and letting me walk through.
Right.
Because me, I know everybody has different sexualities, different pronouns, everything. But me and my man, I expect for him to hold the door for me.
Right.
When I get into a relationship again.
Right.
Like, excuse me?
Yes, that's a pet peeve. The opening of the door.
Just the chivalry period.
But
like,
then the chivalry is something side. That was
should
about
not
to
be on the outside of the street.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm not saying, when I've been in relationships, my past men, not that it's been that many, but they practice chivalry. Like, that's for sure. So, like, I'm used to that, number one, and I just still believe in that.
Right.
So, when I move forward,
that's going to be a whole nother topic. Expectations in a relationship. But when you don't hold up on the door for me, that's a pet peeve. Another pet peeve. Excuse me. Do you think I have any pet peeves that I may have? I had some drawers was the wet hair and not putting stuff back.
I don't know. You just be getting in the moods.
Whoa. What do me getting in the mood have to do with me having pet peeves?
Because it's not necessarily a pet peeve, but you just feel like it should be that way. Like, now, if she's home, if I'm home before her, she don't want me to be in the bathroom when she get home.
Y'all, we have one bathroom.
It happened one time.
The devil be lying.
Like, it has not happened that many times. But go ahead and tell your side so then I can tell mine. This is why I can't be living with nobody else, because it's just too much. Especially a man, a whole opposite sex. Like,
I feel as though when a person comes in the house home from work, the other person should not be in the bathroom during that time, because usually when you come home from work, the first thing you have to do is go to the bathroom. So you should not be in the bathroom when somebody else needs to use it.
That's your water?
It might be. Yeah, I think so.
Damn.
Pet peeve. Don't be in the bathroom when I'm coming home from work because most likely I got to go to the bathroom when I come home from work. So why are you in the bathroom when I'm coming home from work? And then going to be in the bathroom for about a good hour.
When I tell y'all, she is one of the most dramatic people I know. Okay, so let's speak on the recent. This is what we're talking about. The other day, I was home earlier than her.
2 whole hours.
I was home at like 3 o'clock. And
I came in at 6:15.
Now, all day I told her, when I get home, I'm taking a nap. Did I not?
I don't care.
That is very... Now she's choosing not to
No,
take
you told me you was going to take a nap.
I told her, I'm going home early today. When I get home, I'm taking a nap. I will take a 2-3 hour nap.
That's fine.
Now, if I'm getting home at 3 o'clock and I'm taking a 2-3 hour nap, that means I'm not waking up till around the time you get home. Which means I'm not taking a shower until the time she gets home. And I purposefully woke myself up a little earlier. Or like when I got up, I was like, oh dang, she's about to be home. And I know she's going to want to get in the shower. So I got in the shower to be quick. And as soon as I get... No. Okay, yeah. Then when I get home, get out the shower. When she gets home and I'm out the shower, she's like, can I just ask you one thing? Can you not be in the bathroom when I get in the shower?
Because I had been home 40 minutes. And you hadn't come out the bathroom.
Wait. Now, a day or two before that, I was home before her. Right?
Again?
No, she was home before me. Because normally she'll get home before me. Because her days fluctuate, whereas normally my days are concrete. Like, I'm getting home at the same day every day, which is later than...
Same time every day.
Same time every day, which is later than her. I come home later in the day. I take my shower. I get out the shower. She's talking about something. Why do you take like 2 hours in the shower? I said, first of all, it's been 45 minutes.
It was like
That's
2
number.
hours.
I do not take 2 hour showers. I don't. I was in the bathroom for a good 45 minutes, maybe an hour, but at max an hour.
And that
2 hours is way different than 1 hour.
1 hour sounds normal to you to be in the bathroom?
So now I got my bitch out there. I pooped and I sat there on the toilet and then I decided to get in the shower. So yes, it took me 45 minutes to an hour the whole time in the bathroom. Mind you, this day, she's been home since 3 o'clock. Now she's mad at me because I came home at 6. And I took 2 hours in the shower. You've been home since 3 o'clock. Now, if that was me, she still would have had something to say. Oh, you come home at 3 o'clock. Why didn't you take a shower? You take showers too long.
Why did you have to be in the bathroom while I was there? I was coming home from work.
Mom, you've been here way longer than me. And I had thought you took a shower. So that's what threw me for a loop. Because I'm like, why is she questioning me about my whereabouts in the shower? Because she never does that. Then when I got out the shower, she gets in the shower. I said, oh, that's why she asked me. Because she didn't take a shower yet. But she's going to 3 o'clock. But if it was vice versa, she would have had more than enough to say.
What? I would have had more than enough to say.
You would have had a lot to say.
My pet peeve.
But you can't be a pet peeve and be hypocritical about it. That's what I'm trying to get.
I wasn't in the bathroom when you got home.
You still complained about me being in the shower like you haven't been home 3 hours prior to me.
That's not the pet peeve.
That is the point.
The pet peeve is don't be in the bathroom when I get home from work.
But how can that be a pet peeve and you do the exact same thing?
I'm not in the bathroom when you get home from work.
You were that day. So it's like, how can that be your pet peeve, and then the one time I do it, you have the audacity to say something about it?
It was a long time.
No.
How was you in there for like an hour?
That was normally
Who was in the bathroom for an hour? You and your uncle. Y'all the only two people I know be in the bathroom for a long period of time.
She don't be washing good enough. She do not take the time to be in the bathroom for a long time because who just don't want to take time for themselves? Who rushes their shower?
I didn't say it had to be rushed, but an hour. Do you spend an hour in the bathroom?
I pooped, then sat there on my phone, and then brushed my teeth, then washed my face, and then got in the shower. You telling me that's not going to take you a good hour? Please.
Oh.
I would like to know. Like, if you're thoroughly, if you're actually taking your time in the bathroom, you telling me it may not be up to an hour? Like, be for real.
Just imagine if on top of that you had washed your hair. Girl, you still be in there.
That's normally the time I take in the bathroom because every time I poop, I don't get up right away. And now you make me put my business out there. Every time I poop,
I ain't tell you to put the business out there.
I had to because you're just making it seem like I'm lollygagging in the bathroom. I'm not. I had to poop. And when I go to the bathroom, I like to sit there for a little bit.
Be great.
I will.
Here's another pet peeve. And she's like, but you do the same thing. Sometimes they be like, why didn't the bowl go in the dishwasher?
Okay, see, this is where we differ. I'll explain. So we have a dishwasher, yes.
Why didn't the bowl go in the sink?
No, let me explain. So we have a dishwasher. So yes, there shouldn't be dishes in the sink. Now, besides the dishes that can't be in the dishwasher, you have to hand wash them.
Mm-hmm.
So you know when you eat, you may not put your dish in the sink or be rinsed right away. So the food will harden on the dish, which makes it harder to clean out. And we're not really the type of people that like to put a bowl or a plate full of food in a dishwasher. Like, we like to clean it off first before we put it in there. But if it hardened, I'm going to let it soak in the sink for a little bit. You barely even rinse yours out. You just put it in the sink. Food all in the sink, all of that. Mine has, the food is all in there. I rinsed it out a little bit, but I made sure it went down the drain. I put the garbage disposal on for that. And then the rest of the bowl or the plate, I soak it in dish soap. And then by the time I get out the shower, or maybe the next morning if I forget, I'll then put it in the dishwasher.
Next morning.
Okay, time out. What if we didn't have a dishwasher? Those dishes would be in the sink. Like, let's not do that.
But we do have a dishwasher.
Secondly, you don't even put in the extra steps that I put into to make sure that the dishes are thoroughly cleaned. Because even if I'm going to leave it in the sink, I'm not going to leave it in the sink with food on it because that's going to stink. I'm going to rinse it off as much as I can. And then I'm going to put dish soap on it and let it soak. So that by the time, because normally I'll do it before I get in the shower, so that after I get in the shower, it'll be soaked off, like the excess food will be soaked off, and I'll rinse it out and put it in the dishwasher. But sometimes I forget. I'm human. I forget. But you don't do none of that. You don't rinse it off. You don't even rinse it off. Sometimes you just leave it in the sink, and then this food will harden again, and then you'll just end up I don't know why you even thought to bring that up. Because no.
Pet peeve. So we could go on forever and ever and ever about pet peeves, but I just had to come back to the fact that this little girl's feet was so dirty. And I know of many people, like when it comes to dirty feet, like I don't like dirty feet I don't like feet on my couch. I don't like bare feet anyway. You can have socked feet, but I don't like bare feet on my sofa. I don't like when, I don't know. I can go on and on and on about pet peeves.
You just don't like feet in general.
Mm-mm.
So.
Mm-mm. Do you go to other people's house and curl up on their sofas with your feet, with just bare feet?
I mean, a lot of my friends don't have their own houses. So, like, I'm in their room. But most times when I go to my friend's house, I take a shower before.
So if you went to J-Lo or Ryan's, you would just get on their couch with no shoes on your feet and just be like curled up with your feet in the cushions?
If I was clean, yeah.
And you know why I don't? Because people lay on their couches. So I don't need your feet in the place where I'm going to lay on my couch.
I mean, I don't really get skeeved out by feet, so as long as your feet are clean.
And maybe because I'm a skeevy person about feet.
Yeah, you just don't like feet in general. Like, I don't really mind feet. I don't know. I feel like nobody actually, like, I mean, some people have a foot fetish, but like, excuse me, I feel like the average person isn't like, oh, I like feet, you know? So, like, it's not that I don't like feet, but then I don't like feet.
It's a foot thing. Maybe it's because I'm a foot thing.
Yeah, you just don't like feet. But, like, if your
Don't
feet
touch
are
me
clean.
with feet. Don't.
Like, if I'm having a sleepover at my house and I know you took a shower right before you came here, you can put your feet on my couch. I don't care. If you're not dirty, I don't care. If you dirty,
So I be for reason my sofas every day.
We not even friends if you dirty, honestly, but
Spray. So the pet peeve part could go on forever and ever and ever, unless you can think of another one that can truly like burn you up. But if not,
I don't feel like I have general pet peeves. I feel like I have pet peeves with like relationship pet peeves, friendship pet peeves. Like I don't just have like a generic pet peeve.
Okay.
Besides being ignored, that's just
Mm-hmm.
takes the cake. But yeah.
So one thing we didn't talk about in the beginning is last week we talked about summertime and things we were planning to do now that summertime was here. And one thing you forgot to mention when we got off is the fact that you went to the Roots picnic last weekend.
I did.
Would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, it was fun.
First, talk about what the Roots picnic is for those who may not be part of Philadelphia.
So the Roots are a band. And
So you
because
know
I don't really
about
know. I don't really know much
I
about
don't know
them
who
either.
all. Yeah,
But they're a band.
Questlove, Black Thought, they're part of the Roots. They're the band for Jimmy
But then they have
Fallon.
a drummer.
Yeah.
They're a band.
Yeah.
And they're from Philadelphia. So in Philly every year they host
This music
a
festival.
music festival called the Roots Picnic. And now it's a 2-day festival. It used to be a 1-day festival. Now it's a 2-day festival at one of the music
venues.
Venues.
Like an outdoor music venue.
Yeah, here. And yeah, it was fun. The first night, Lauryn Hill was the headliner.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw, what I see the first day? Lil Uzi. You know, they always have Philly people there. Hold on, let me go to my camera roll because I really be forgetting.
City Girls.
No, that was the second day.
Oh.
The first day I saw, who's this? Coco Jones, Mary, Division, Glorilla, Lil Uzi, and then Lauryn Hill. And then the second night I saw City Girls, Ari Lennox, Maverick City. I don't have videos of them, but I saw them. Oh my gosh, I have to show you this video of the interpreter. He was so funny. Lucky Day. Oh, DJ Drama, and he brought out Fat Joe. And then Usher.
Usher.
He
So it was an all-day
good.
festival. So Saturday you got out there at...
They didn't let people until 1, so we probably got there around like 12:30, 12:45. And I probably didn't get home till like 11:30, 12.
Mm-hmm.
And then the same thing the second night.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, I was home earlier the second
second
night.
night.
Because the first night, Lauryn Hill came a little late.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah. Well, we also left. Dang. Lauryn Hill came a little late, and we left early. But, yeah, the second night, Usher was, like, kind of on time, and we stayed his whole set, and I was still home earlier the second night. Like, I was home by, like, 11 o'clock the second
So
night.
she had come on time. It had been like 5 minutes.
Probably.
So she
And then they also had other people there. I just didn't see them because they have three stages.
Mm-hmm.
2 stages for artists, and then a third stage. Now they have a podcast stage. I didn't go to the podcast stage, but
Oh, that's what Charlamagne the Guy and all them probably were. Mm-hmm.
I saw the stage, but I didn't go and see like the people
Mm-hmm.
because there was another girl that I wanted to see from Philly. But yeah, so like they also had Busta Rhymes and Eve, and like a state property was there, but those are my people. And at that time, the people that I wanted to see were on a different stage, so I went to that stage while they was performing. So But it's fun. It was really, really fun. Usher was not supposed to be there. It was supposed to be P. Diddy, but he couldn't do it, and they got Usher.
Yeah, and if Usher had been on the bill when the tickets first went on sale, I would have went.
I'm gonna insert videos because it was so good. Just a couple, because you know we be uploading on YouTube and
you'll be getting in trouble.
Yeah, but I'll insert videos because I was close, y'all. I was right there.
Yeah, she got some good footage.
Yeah,
it was really good.
So yeah,
so that was the catch up. We were supposed to mention that before. But she had forgot that she was going to the Roots picnic. So wanted to make sure we threw that out there and that she had a good time. So thanks again, guys, for joining us for another episode of Putting Our Business in the Streets. Make sure you like and comment if you are comment, and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And if you're on podcast, please make sure you give a review.
If you're on what?
The podcast app.
There's Apple Podcasts, there's Amazon Music, there's Google Podcasts, there's Spotify.
Well, wherever you listen or watch.
Listening to this, like if you're not on YouTube, because you can only watch on YouTube.
Right.
So if you're not on YouTube, make sure you follow, because you can still follow on those platforms.
Right.
Make sure you like, and if you can comment, make sure you comment. And if you can share.
Right.
Share and
if you can review.
Yeah.
Please give a review.
And don't get no bad review because we're not even bad. So don't even try it. Please.
There's nothing wrong with us. Can you explain to them the issue we had with the Uber driver tonight?
So we went out to eat just
I don't take Uber that often, so this did not
I take Uber all the time.
Bug me as much.
We just went out to eat after she got off work with two of her other cousins, and if you take Uber, you know that so there's different types of Ubers. There's Uber XL, there's Uber Black, and it all depends on how many people you have with you. So a regular Uber is 4 people, Uber XL is 6 people, and then if you need a big body Benz type of truck, you could get Uber Black, whatever. If you just want luxury, you could get Uber Black, that's limos and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Anybody who takes Uber knows that a regular Uber holds to 4 people, because even if you have a regular car, you can have 3 people in the back and 1 person in the front. So we called an Uber. Our cousin did it. And the Uber comes and we're trying to get in the car, and he's not unlocking his door. And he's basically saying, since we have 4 people, we can't get in his car.
Mm-hmm. He didn't want her sitting up front.
Uber XL because he didn't want her sitting up front. So we let it go. We called another Uber. It's the same guy. We called because he was like, y'all need Uber XL. So we called the Uber XL. It's the same guy. So then we all get in the car and we're telling him, if you have a regular Uber holds 4 people. And he was like, oh, they do? I said, bro, you work for Uber. How do you not know that you could have 4 people in one Uber for regular Uber? Don't try to play us. Mm-hmm. We really should report him.
All 3 of y'all were saying the same thing.
And I'm not even the type to really speak up for real. But at that point, I'm just bro, you literally drive for Uber.
Jada was like, you need to check your settings.
You accept that. And he was like, oh, Uber could have 3 people. And I was like, yeah. 4 people. I said, yes. And he kept saying something. I said, well, you need to talk to Uber because that ain't our fault. On the Uber app, it says it holds up to 4 people. Mm-hmm. So are you dumb or are you stupid?
Everybody just fasten your seatbelts and everybody make sure we get home. And that was it. And I was just like, okay. Yeah, it was crazy. But we got home safely. We had a good night. It's not going to let nobody steal our joy or our thunder. So fix your face.
I forgot about it till you said something.
Yeah, so thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you tune in next week. And we love you. Bye.
Because he was really dumb.